Hello, Fantasmagore here to bring you guys another edition to the Thorns Crusader video guide on YouTube. In this guide, I'm going to show you guys how I run rifts with this build, because a lot of people have been asking for a gameplay video, so I decided to do a rift. If you guys are going to see a lot of jump cuts probably, I want to apologize for those, but please understand this video was around 15 minutes long. It was really annoying to record this because this rift sucked. I actually ran about 10 rifts and they were all bad. This is the only decent one that I got. But any jump cuts that you see are because the density is bad. I won't be grabbing any pylons or shrines these runs to show you guys the full output of the video. To start out, whenever you see an elite or champion, you want to try to see what abilities they have or affixes. That will let you know, because some of the abilities, like Orbiter, you can just go stand in and pop Iron Skin and you can instantly kill them. Another thing, you'll see how I'm moving and attacking. In order to do that, go to Options, Key Binding, and change your force to standstill button. I think default is Shift, but spacebar. Now, the reason why that's such a significant is because it lets you attack and move, which right here, and it's not letting me move. So that's a really big deal. That speeds up movements, that speeds up runs, that speeds up everything. I've noticed I do more damage that way. So as you can see, all I'm doing is attacking, move, attacking, move. This is called kiting, orb walking, or even stutter stepping, whatever you prefer. When I fight an elite group, which I should fight one here in a couple seconds, what you want to do is you want to open up with Falling Sword. When you land on them, you want to hit Provoke, wait a couple seconds, and then you want to hit Iron Skin. The reason why you want to wait a couple seconds after hitting Provoke is because Provoke is really buggy, in a sense of when you taunt them, a lot of times they'll run around you in a circle. So again, you want to Falling Sword. I didn't do it on this fight because I didn't really need it. Same thing goes for Iron Skin. Some elites you won't need it, and some champions you won't need it, just because it's just not very optimal. And you know how it is when you do rifts. You'll turn the corner and you'll fight 6 or 7 elites at the same time. So another thing, don't be scared to use your Iron Skin defensively as well as offensively. I can't tell you how many times that move alone has saved my life. So it's very good. Another thing too, if you can see how I'm fighting these elites, you want to stay right on top of them, get inside of them. Since I run the illusory boots, I might be saying those wrong. Illusory boots, and I'm running those is let you run through enemies, and I get right inside of them. And I'm also running T-God's belt, and it instantly hits them. It does so much damage, along with my Andes and everything else I have going off. I do a ridiculous amount of damage. So again, Falling Sword, Provoke. I use it right there, not to pull them to me, but because I was using it to get Wrath back. If you ever run out of Wrath, don't be scared to pop Provoke, even if there's no enemies around. It is a very good move to keep your Wrath up, and as you can see, that's why I used it right there. Again, very simple. Falling Sword on them, trying to get into a good spot. Falling Sword, Provoke, Iron Skin on them when I get in position, and they all just slowly die. If I was playing on a harder tournament, this would be completely different, and it would just, I would be using Akrat's Champion a lot more. I don't think I use it once in this entire video. I think I use it on the Rift boss. As you can see, even when I'm in these tight corridor areas, I'm still attacking and moving. Not only does that increase my damage, but it's giving me more survivability. One thing I want to point out too, if you pay attention, make sure you always have your Hardened Senses passive or proc going from your punish, my bad. It's very strong, very, very strong. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out. I won't say anything. I'm going to go ahead and let it play out till the end, and then I will go ahead and talk more when I get to the Rift boss and explain to you how I fought that Rift boss. And as you can see right there, I just stood right inside of Orbiter and popped Iron Skin. That's a good example of what you can do with this build. That does work at all difficulties, And you just got to be careful of higher difficulties, because when you play on higher difficulties, the enemies you do it to at higher difficulties, they have a lot of life. I can't tell you how many times where I went into Orbiter and stood, popped my Iron Skin, and walked out of it thinking I'm going to instantly kill them, and they still have half life. So make sure you pay attention to that. Again, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. I'm going to let the video play out, and I will tune back in when the Rift boss spawns. Right there, what I just did is with fire chains, you want to get right in the middle of all the enemies that have fire chains and go ahead and pop your Iron Skin, and that procs it really nicely. The fire chains, that is, and you can instantly kill them. Okay, now for this Rift boss, he's fairly simple to beat. What you want to do is, again, you want to stand right inside of him, and you want to time your cooldowns just right. And you want to, those little tornadoes or twisters, cyclones, whatever you want to prefer it's all called, you can actually go stand at him with your Iron Skin popped, and they hurt him. You'll see me do it here in a couple of seconds. Yeah, there you go. So, there you go. That's pretty much how I do rifts with this character. I'll go ahead and kill this little rascal. If you guys have any questions, want to know about the build, you know, feel free to leave me a comment. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the follow button and subscribe. Thanks, and new video will be out as soon as I can.